Milani, the YouTube amateur, and welcome to my channel. And today I'm wearing glasses. I am actually like extremely nearsighted, so I wear glasses most of the time when I'm leaving the house, or if I'm watching TV or something. I'm legally required to wear them when I drive. But I don't usually wear them just like around the house. And am I wearing them to potentially hide the fact that I've been wearing my eye makeup for close to 10 hours and it's starting to look a little bit janky now? Who's to say? There might also be a little bit of a glare on them. I'm still trying to work out the light setup in my room, so I apologize for that. All right, so in today's video, we'll be opening up this little darling here. This is the Chic Beauty box for the month of March and April. So it is a bi-monthly box. It costs about $35 American, and then I believe shipping is another $8 on top of that. They ship to Canada and the US. In my experience, they usually arrive about halfway through the second month. A selection doesn't even start until halfway through the first month, so like don't be ordering one for May and expecting it to show up on May 5th, but they are a female-owned and a Canadian-owned brand, so we love to support that. You get 5 or 6 full-size products in each box. They're a mix of luxury and drugstore, and you do actually get choice for every item in the box. However, they don't guarantee that you'll get every single item you've selected, so they usually kind of do their best to pick as many as possible that you chose. I have not opened this yet. It'll be a complete surprise, so let's hope I got some good stuff. So they do give you a card that shows all of the items you could have got, so we'll look at this afterwards. The first thing on top is the Maybelline New York Lasting Fix Loose Setting Powder, all day matte finish. So this is, it looks very, very white in the container. I've never tried this before. I thought it looked cool. My favorite setting powder has been discontinued because it's from Becca and they're going out of business. So I am on the hunt for one to replace once I finally run out of that. So I'll give this a try. So the next product is from Milani, which is also a drugstore brand. It's the Moisture Lock Grapeseed Oil Infused Lip Treatment. So it's got like a purple and green tube. I don't know if that's just the packaging or if that's like the actual product. Okay, so it smells like grapes. I would say it's basically clear. I'm sure it's not going to like leave your lips looking green or purple or anything. That's got to be the packaging. I think the liquid inside. Okay, I think I know what I'm seeing. So the packaging itself is like a purple to clear ombre, and then the liquid inside is like a very, very light green. So this applicator is actually, I should show you that. The applicator is really funny looking. Like it looks like a big fat Q-tip that got flattened, which is probably good for like covering the whole area of your lips without dipping back in. So it'll be interesting to try that. It doesn't have any kind of instructions. It just says it's a lip treatment. So I guess you could use this like overnight or something. Oh, this one's gotten a little bit beat up. So this is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour. The shade is Trophy Wife. So it's like a lip liner pencil, basically. I like that it's got like the plastic packaging, but it still looks like you could potentially sharpen it. Swatch that a little bit on my hand. I love that color. I was actually looking into, I think this is like also one that they sell in like lipstick form. And I think I was looking at buying that shade a while ago. It's like a really nice kind of rose shade. Okay, so I did actually take a quick peek into the box, and there's no palette in here. They were advertising this month as being, you would get one of 2 palettes that looked really exciting. And I was happy with either one. And then they added actually more options for that variation because they ended up selling out the box faster than they were expecting or something. So that means that they've given me a variation that didn't involve one of the variations that they advertised. To be honest, I would have been happy with any of the palettes that they advertised. So I think when I said in the survey, I think I said that. I think I let them pick for me, if I remember correctly. And then I didn't get any of them. So that's going to shift the tone of this video a smidge, because I was really looking forward to finding out which palette I got. This is from Rodin. I think I'm saying that right. It looks like it should be French, in which case it would be like Rodin, but I'm not really sure. Oh, it's a clear square package. That's kind of funky. So this looks very creamy, just looking at it in the tube. Thought I was smelling something, but that might still be the oil that's on my hand. I don't think it's the lipstick. So this is like a really soft kind of pink. Not kind of pink. It is pink. Oh, it's a lot sheerer than I was expecting. So it says it's their Oleo Lusso Luxury Lipstick. And it says So Mod, I think is the shade. So I don't know if you can see it there. Like it's very, like a very creamy texture. Obviously, that's probably going to be very comfortable. And the pink is like very, very light. And that was, I mean, you might have seen I went back and forth a whole bunch of times on my hand. So that's me building it up. Let me just do one swipe. So down at the bottom there is when I just did one pass with the lipstick. It's very, very sheer. And the last item in here, which is not a palette, is also from Rodin. It's a luxury face oil. Okay. Here's another gripe. So this box, they had, when I first subscribed to them, they'd advertised themselves as being just makeup. I believe the phrase was just makeup and that's it. So I loved that. And I was intrigued by a bunch of things about this brand, including the choice and including the fact that they had high end and all these other things. So I wanted to try them. But one of the big pulls for me personally was that they just sold makeup. Because I first subscribed to BoxyCharm when they were a primarily makeup box, and they have shifted more and more towards skincare, and that's not something I care about. Like, I'll buy myself like a cream and like a toner and a cleanser, and I'll like take care of my own routine. I don't want to try multiple skincare products. I don't think that skincare is a one size fits all sort of situation, and neither is makeup, because everybody has like different preferences and different tastes. Like, you might like black eyeliner and I like brown eyeliner and stuff like that, but that's still something where you can try something outside of your comfort zone, whereas skincare is something that needs, like, it's a chemistry. It's a science. It has to be tailored to your individual skin needs and skin concerns. So that's not something that you can just throw in a box and send to just anybody. Like, I don't use face oils because my face just feels too oily when I'm done with them. And now they've sent me a face oil. I did not pick skincare in any of the choice options that I was given, and I really wanted a palette. So this is what I was smelling earlier. I was like, something in here has a scent. It's this thing. So it's a luxury face oil. It comes in a little glass bottle. Ooh, it feels kind of, this must have leaked or something, because I can feel it on the outside of the bottle. So it says it's geranium and orange blossom. And it has obviously like a dropper. It's like a very thin tube of the dropper. 15 milliliters, so it's not very big. This is a brand I've never really heard of before, but apparently they make makeup and skincare. Oh, and there's some instructions on the inside. Using scissors like tweezers. Oh, there's literally tweezers right here. I mean, there's like a whole spiel about the ingredients, and then it says to experience an extraordinary sense of well-being. Apply 2 to 3 drops each morning and night to a clean, moist face and neck for glowing, supple skin. Face oil is going to give you a sense of well-being. That's hilarious. Okay, so there's the box. Honestly, I came into this video so hyped. This is why I should not open boxes on camera. I need to prepare what to say ahead of time. My very, very first BoxyCharm box was something that I literally hadn't seen before I opened it, and I was disappointed by that too, so given some time to think about this, I feel like I have a better analogy to explain why I was so disappointed by getting the face oil. It's not just that I hate face oil and I hate skincare, but specifically, it was because they said, you might get A, B, or C. And I was like, hey, those all look great. Can't wait to see which one I got. And then later on, they were like, actually, D is an option as well. And I was like, looks good too. This is so exciting. And then I opened the box and it's actually like Q. So it really stems from two things. One being that it's the category I would like to receive the least as opposed to the thing I would like to receive the most. And it's also that this was never presented as a possibility that you would get this and not get any of those at all. Anyway, shortly after I got the box, I left a comment on their Instagram and they suggested I email them. So I did. I sent, it was kind of a long email, but I wasn't like yelling at them or anything. It was more just like some constructive feedback, letting them know the reason that I was disappointed and the reason that I kind of had this expectation based on what they had told us in their promo posts and on the website when you were doing the selections, your customization or whatever. And I didn't threaten to cancel or anything. Like, I'm not some spoiled Karen who's running to the manager because my box was a little bit disappointing. And they sent me a very nice email back and they were like, we're really sorry to hear that. We'll take this into consideration for the future. So hopefully they'll be a little bit more obvious with their posting going forward, like that this was maybe an option. So anyway, I was pretty happy with the customer service. I mean, I wasn't expecting them to grovel for my business or anything. Like, I literally just wanted to let them know it's like an unhappy surprise for somebody like myself who doesn't like trying random skincare products. Okay, so these are laid out a little differently than they used to be. They usually had like, you will get one of these 2 items or one of these 3 items, and then those were all like together. Like, so I'll just list off the ones that I personally got and I'll tell you the value. So this Rodin Oleo Lusso Luxury Face Oil is supposed to be worth $96. That's American. That doesn't surprise me because any face oil, like you just put like a fancy name on it and you can say it's super expensive. So that's another reason I don't really care about skincare, because anything could be marked up to the point that it's prohibitively expensive and everyone thinks that it's like obviously a better product, which is not at all the case. The Rodin luxury lipstick is worth $38. The Huda Beauty contour pencil is worth $19. The Maybelline Fix Setting Powder is worth $9.99. And then the Milani Moisture Oil Lip Treatment is worth $10. Okay, so this box is supposed to be worth $173. So arguably, one could make the claim that I got my money's worth. I would disagree because I think these boxes are really only worth the amount of what you would spend on the items in them, and whether or not you would even buy those items. So, like, they're claiming this is worth $96. I would not have spent even the amount that I did spend on the box on this. Going back, if I had been told this box is going to contain a face oil and no palettes and no nothing, I don't know that I would have bought it. That's not what I am personally looking for in a subscription box. Like, I'm not going to unsubscribe because this month was not great. That's the thing with subscription boxes, is if they are inconsistent and you unsubscribe, you might mix like a really good box the following month. I was absolutely thrilled with the last 2 boxes I got. I have a video up for the January and February one. I got the November, December box before I started my YouTube channel, but it was a really good box. Did not contain any skincare. So I think I'll give them one more shot. If I am really unhappy next month, then maybe I'll think about unsubscribing. It smells nice. Maybe I could just use it as like an aromatherapy thing. That's so stupid. Keep it around to use it for an entirely different purpose. Could you imagine? Anyway, so the other items you could have gotten in the box, these were the palettes they advertised. They had the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I've never personally tried any of the Urban Decay Naked palettes. I do have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I really love it. I've heard that the formula is a little bit different than the Naked palettes, though. But honestly, like across that whole range, you would expect probably there would be a little bit of a variation in the quality or the consistency. And actually, of the Naked palettes, the Heat one is probably the one I would be the least interested in, just because it's like a lot of like oranges and warm tone neutrals, which just happen to be things that I already own a lot of. But just for the sake of trying the formula, I would have probably been happy with it. They also had a NARS 7 Deadly Sins lipstick palette, a NARS 54 Hyped eyeshadow palette. That one looked really pretty. I've never tried eyeshadow from NARS, only like cheek and lip products, but the colors in it were really pretty. It was like a lot of pinks and neutrals. There's also a Clarins Instant Eye Reviver, which again, we're delving into skincare a little more, and I would have no use for that either. The Too Faced mini eyeshadow palettes, they were like the little 8-pan ones, but they were like the new 8-pan ones, not like the old ones. So honestly, I wouldn't buy them for myself just because I had heard that the quality of them was kind of iffy. And I've heard that actually about all the Too Faced like mini palettes. However, there were a couple that the color story I thought were really pretty. The That's My Jam one in particular that had like the 2 purples came to mind. There's another one that's like mostly pinks. So getting them in a box like this where I just have the opportunity to try them, but I wasn't paying the full price, I would have been really happy with that. There was also a NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil, so that probably would have been instead of the Huda Lip Pencil. Those seem like to be pretty obviously the same category. And then the other item that I didn't get was the L'Oreal Infallible Galaxy Lumiere Stick, which I don't even know what that is. Is it a highlight stick? It sounds like a highlight stick. So overall, I feel like I'm being so rude. Like, this is a relatively small business. I don't want to say, oh, you know, I've had months where I was really disappointed or really mad about BoxyCharm. At least in those months, I was able to pick one of my items with certainty. At least in those months, you know, I had a little bit better idea what to expect for like the 2 or 3 big items. And then the last couple are always just kind of a wild card, I have learned. This just made me sad, honestly. Like, I was really looking forward to getting one of those palettes. And then it's like, oh, surprise, face oil, stuff you don't even like. So, sorry to be such a downer about this video, but I think it's important to be honest when you don't like something, you know? Anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciated it. If you found this video interesting, I promise I am not as whiny in every single video, so please consider subscribing. Thanks so much. Have a nice day. Bye.